I'm not sure how many Godzilla fans can say they've been crushed by Godzilla's foot, and also it happening in the highest grossing Godzilla movie of all time. But I can, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how it all came to be. Now, we've all likely seen Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire by now. And if you have, you'll now know the iconic moments of Godzilla taking his naps inside of the Roman Colosseum. Shortly after he wakes from these naps, we see him take a stroll through the city's river, and this hilarious illustration of Godzilla is plastered on the wall of the bridge, depicting him in sunglasses and chomping down on some delicious pizza. Along with that, there are a bunch of franchise Easter eggs from a lot of eras of the Godzilla movies, like a Punch 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 from Jet Jaguar, Save the Earth from Godzilla vs. Hedorah, a Zillion UFO, and a nod to Knifehead from the Pacific Rim movies, another legendary franchise. This is just an Easter egg, and they are not connected universes. There's a few others in there that some people haven't picked up on yet, though. And one of them is, right below Knifehead we see our beloved Skeleturtle. There's a little graffiti underneath it, and I can now confirm that that says, Mike's Monsters. Yes, it truly does. Even with the pillar that's in the way there, it's kind of hard to read, but it does say my name in that graffiti. I totally got Mike Wazowski'd on this one, and it's funny because if you search Mike's Monsters, oftentimes you get photos of Mike Wazowski, so it's just part of the deal now. I realize I look even more like the teacher from The Incredibles, like I used in my Spectrum of Godzilla video, where he's pointing out, like, it's right there, I promise. But let me explain. How did this happen? Well, I'm friends with the artist Christian Gonzalez, or as the fandom may know him as, Seaguns. If you're a Godzilla fan and have been around for more than 5 minutes, you recognize his work. He's made countless Godzilla illustrations, some awesome covers for the Godzilla comics by IDW, and even these awesome kaiju portrait pins from Ghost x Ghost. This illustration specifically, inspired by GVK, caught the eye of director Adam Wingard a few years back, and he reached out to Seaguns to help him bring a little extra magic to GXK. He was also given the opportunity to design the crew shirt, which was worn by the folks who made the movie and gifted out to them. You can see me wearing it right here. I've also shown it off quite a few times on this channel before if you've followed me for a while now. He surprised me with gifting me one of these shirts, but that wasn't where the surprises ended. Christian surprised me with the revelation that he had put my name of Mike's Monsters of every iteration of the design from the very beginning of its inception. And to my surprise, my name actually ended up in the movie. There are a ton of Easter eggs on the design, some of which were removed, and I totally expected my name to be one of those that was removed. Due to Legendary owning the original image, I can't show you the whole thing. I can only show you the screen cap from the movie in 4K, but I can 100% in confidence say that that is me right there. And while it's not physically me, my body in person being crushed by Godzilla, it's still related to me. It's my brand's name here, if you want to call it that, and I think that's one of the coolest things that could ever happen to me as a Godzilla fan. When I saw the film for the first time, I knew the artwork was going to be in the movie. I didn't know exactly the context or how big the artwork was going to be or anything like that, but when I saw it, finally, my eyes were darting all over the screen trying to see my name, and I missed it the first time. But then shortly after the movie came out, then the phone recordings came out, and those phone recordings allowed me to see that right there at the bottom of the screen, there's a little hint of Mike's Monsters. And I've been absolutely dying to have this 4K copy so I can screenshot it and share it with the world. But when I finally saw it again in theaters on my birthday, I knew exactly where to look this time, and there was my name, bigger than ever, seeing Godzilla step on it, and the emotions started flowing. Not many Godzilla fans can even say they're in a Godzilla movie, let alone say they've been smushed by the big guy himself, and now I can. And it's even in the scene that Adam Wingard used as a reference to Godzilla -1 with the way the ground raises up when Godzilla steps on it. So I'm in a -1 homage, and I'm in the highest grossing film in the Big G's franchise, all while being crushed by the King of the Monsters. How neat is that?
That's pretty neat.
If you want to know more about how Seaguns got this amazing opportunity, stay tuned to this channel because I'm actually going to be interviewing him in person soon, and I'll be uploading it here once I have it ready to go. We're going to be talking about how he got this opportunity, all the Easter eggs, and much more, so make sure you tune in to catch it when I drop it here on this channel. I can't thank Christian enough for this, and I'll probably be thanking him until the day I die. I'm eternally grateful to be able to call him a friend, so thank you, Christian. I truly, truly cherish our friendship. This is just such a wild thing that I can say has happened to me. And that's after just a few crazy experiences I've had with the Godzilla franchise in the last few years. Being a lifelong fan for over 35 years now, since the day I was born, I've never expected to have these kind of opportunities come my way. From photographing Mike Dougherty for a magazine, snapping a Polaroid of Takashi Yamazaki after meeting him, and then being invited also to the Godzilla -1 premiere, I've been flying pretty high as a Godzilla fan, And I'm sorry if this is a brag. I can't even imagine what comes next. Godzilla is bigger than he's ever been in the history of the franchise, and it's only going to get better from here on out. Maybe in the next movie I'll actually be physically stepped on by Godzilla, who knows? In my review video, I asked a lot of you what you thought of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, so let's share some of those thoughts here. Yumi Yuna says, Godzilla x Kong is basically my favorite now, and I love it so much. I could totally see why. Xenoshin says, I just watched the film and I really liked it, especially the ending. I thought the ending was really cute, but I'm gonna be honest, the best scene in the movie was the post-credits scene when Godzilla and Kong started making out. Truly one of the scenes of all time. Yeah, let's say that. DMD Video 10 says, saw it in IMAX last night. I'm a lifelong monster movie fan. I love the Monsterverse version of Kong. I had expectations and this movie blew me away. I can't wait to see it a second and third time. I personally think it gets better every time I've watched it, so it's going to get better and better. Now this one's a really cool comment. Super Rex Productions says, is that a play on Super X? Super Rex Productions? That's a cool name. Man, you have no idea how much your videos mean to me right now. It's always great to see more people with the same perspective of more Godzilla is great whether he's serious or silly. There were many dads with their sons in my screening, and it really amplified my enjoyment. I can't wait to see what other videos you have in store for the future. Thank you so much, Super Rex Productions. That's exactly why I make these videos, so your comment means a heck of a lot to me right now. It seems like a lot of the folks this time around found this entry of the franchise to be right up their alley, especially with the box office numbers. What did you think of the Pizza Godzilla scene? Did you catch all the references? Let me know in the comments below. I know there's a few that some people haven't even picked up on yet, but we will talk about that with Christian when we interview him next month. Congratulations to my buddy Christian, who now has his name in the credits of a Godzilla movie because he got to work on a Godzilla movie. I'm very proud of you, bud, and I can't wait to hang out in a few weeks. Be sure to follow Christian on all of his platforms. Search Seaguns or Seaguns Art, and you'll find him in his awesome Godzilla and Kaiju artwork. But he does more than that. He does Nintendo and other characters as well. He's just an incredibly talented friend of mine, and I am so happy that he had this opportunity, and I'm just beyond thankful that I got to be a part of it. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Follow along on my social media, that's all linked below, to keep up with all of my toy photography and all the fun adventures I have with it along the way. Thank you so much for watching Mike's Monsters, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.